Welcome to our Goddess Circle on this beautiful Monday. We're just grounding down. So we're taking a couple of conscious breaths to just connect to our bodies, to the earth below us and all around us. And with every exhale, we're imagining these golden roots growing out of our spine, out of the soles of our feet, through the floor of the building maybe that we're in, the foundation of the house, further down into the stone and the rubble and the sand and the earth, even further down into the water, the crystals on this planet, through the metal. Down and down, we allow our roots to grow into the core of the earth. Let's just imagine that. And with the next exhale, we release, let go of all that no longer serves our highest good. Any emotions, any thoughts, any beliefs, any experiences, memories, whatever. Let them go. Now, with every inhale, we imagine bringing in this bright white light through the top of our heads, down into our brains, into our faces, our necks, our throats, our shoulders, right down into our hands, and maybe hands would like to find prayer position. And then our thumbs press against our chest bone. We're just connecting the energy circles in our bodies. And we take another conscious breath into our bellies, allow our bellies to be all soft and expand with our breath. And then our bellies contract again, and that energy, that beautiful light flows into our legs, to our hips, into our knees, right down into our ankles, the soles of our feet. And then we imagine sending this light down onto this planet, thanking Mother Earth for all that she gives us every day: air, water, food, friends, our body, the roof of our head. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we close our eyes and roll them up as if they're looking through the crown of our heads. And then we keep them rolled up there, and then we say inside of ourselves, even if I don't know how to co-create a magical golden goddess circle that uplifts and inspires and heals and nurtures all of us, all I do know is it is so now, and I am fulfilled. I delete, delete, delete all that could stop me. And I download, download, download everything I need to do so now with grace, ease, and joy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. So it is, so it shall be, or something even better. Then one more full breath. And then we open our eyes, check in who we're here with. I see a bunch of radiant souls. And I'm going to start the spotlight. I'm going to pop it on myself. Here I am, if I can do that. There you go, spotlight for me. And then I'm going to bring Sister Goddess Nicole in. And I'm going to tell you about the full moon we have today. Today is full moon if you're watching today, Monday. And I checked out a little bit on, our favorite internet forums to show you and tell you what this full moon is about. And if you in any way understand German, then do join tomorrow, 10 a.m., Tuesdays always, because we have Andrea Moser, a feng shui master and astrologist in our circle, and she always gives us the readings. So this might not be as brilliant as hers, but here's my gist. Like every full moon, this is a time of conclusions and climaxes. But Gemini, as a sign of duality, calls for a special touch. The Gemini full moon wants us to unite our hearts and our minds. It can also help us to find the right way to express and share feelings and points of view effectively. The full moon in Gemini also stands for more communication, more news. So we might see a lot of news coming out. There's a lot of stuff happening on this planet, more and new ideas. It wants us to stay curious, consider all possibilities, and not rush to judgment. Okay, so that's the energy that's going on right now with all the planetary stuff. And then we have the energy in the vortex where Sister Goddess and Nicole and I were discussing the topic of playfulness. And I said, yes, yes, yes to playfulness when she brought it up, because it reminds me of a couple of circles that we did maybe 18 months ago, a year ago, where this topic was also once a big one. And I talked a lot about it. But, you know, it's a year later now, at least. And now with you together, Nicole, we're going to discuss it a new way, and we're going to find new aspects, and we're going to intend on the playfulness. So I've already written the intention for us. So if you like, you could already start writing this intention down if you like it. If you don't like it, don't write it down, join, get out of the call, and we still love you. Okay, so our intention that we're going to be intending on at the end of the call is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. One more time. Our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness permanently, immediately, and what's the third one? Help me.
Constantly.
No. That's right. So add those three words, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. So
it's completely,
permanently, completely, permanently, and immediately. Our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness permanently, completely, and immediately, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Now, you may ask, playfulness? Seriously? Why? I don't have time for playfulness. Don't we sometimes say that even? I don't know who of you also have kids, but I remember that there definitely were times when my children would say, you know, if I want to play, I want to play. And I said, don't have time for playing now. Ouch now, although there were definitely legitimate moments where that really wasn't the right time. But in general, playfulness is a really powerful energy to be tapped into. So I asked one of my favorite coaches, ChatGPT, what they say about playfulness. I'm going to read that to you. The power of playfulness lies in its ability to foster creativity. Okay, so we need playfulness to be creative. Reduce stress, always good, because we know that stress is the #1 reason for all disease. And enhance social connections. And don't we all now actually usually yearn and desire for more healthy social connections, because we know that's what we heal from and where we thrive in? Yes. Playfulness encourages a lighthearted approach to challenges. Yes. A light-hearted approach to challenges. Don't we all want more lightness, more ease in our lives? Yes, can I get a yes? Yes, cool. Promoting innovative thinking. So we have new ideas then, and problem solving. Engaging in playful activities can also serve as a stress reliever, promoting mental well-being. Now, again, don't we see more and more mental dis-ease right now? So playfulness would really help there, wouldn't it? Moreover, it strengthens social bonds by creating shared moments of joy and laughter. Now, tune in. Don't you all remember moments? I know, Diana, I just see you now. We had so many moments of shared laughter at Broughton Hall, right, didn't we? It's those moments when you're giggling together, when just something is so funny. That bond that is created in those moments, we remember forever, don't we? So Contributing to a positive and supportive social environment. Again, something that I think is very important right now. If we see it, there are also wars going on. What if they all started playing? Embracing playfulness adds a sense of spontaneity and enjoyment to life, all for that. Enriching experiences and relationships. So, Sister Goddess Nicole, you came up with the topic because?
Yes, it fits perfectly because we were talking about mental well-being and getting more cheerful, right? And this was actually something I was lacking the past week. And I came up this morning when I was still in a bit of a grumpy mood and couldn't really even say, and I was too much in a serious mindset, I would say. I was taking everything that was going on around me so serious, and at the same time, I couldn't let go, and I was criticizing myself and others, and it didn't feel good, right? And sometimes
you got into that kind of cranky mode, right? Don't we all know it when we're just like, it feels sort of, in German we say eckig. It doesn't feel round and flowy anymore. It feels kind of sticky, and you're kind of, and this isn't the right kind of vibe, but you can't get yourself out of the funk. True.
And even, I mean, we have so many great tools, and sometimes even that
didn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't
Don't we
work.
all know that?
I blamed it on the I blamed it on the full moon. It's the moon.
Well, and to an extent, that's true, isn't it? Because the full moon, think of it, more light. It's bringing everything that's in the shadows up. So that's when stuff comes up. And it comes up for that climax, for us to see it and then say, hey, just like you did, I need more playfulness. This is getting me nowhere. If we look at seriositis, right, this illness, then we're getting in our heads. And I totally get you. I feel you. I think we know those moments, don't we? When we just go in our heads and then everything just starts getting darker and darker and more difficult, or the D's come up. And that's the moment when we need to do some pattern break. That's why I always suggest the switch, which I'm sure Nicole did often enough, right? Definitely. But for anybody who's new here, do the switch. The moment you notice you've gone into a funk, take 3-4 breaths and say, hey, I love and accept myself, even if I'm in a funk. It's okay. And I love and accept myself when I now choose to find my joy, to find my playfulness, okay? And then take another breath, and you'll already have switched your mindset. But then, of course, it sometimes needs another step. The next step could be an empowering question. We could ask ourselves something like, say it's really sort of shitty right now. It's all, nothing's working. And you say, hey, why am I the luckiest person on this planet? Why is it so easy for me to find my playfulness? Why is it so easy for me to find playful solutions for this challenge that I'm facing? The moment we ask an empowering question like that, our brain has to give us an answer. And then we'll get the strategies that we could then act upon. Of course, we're going to have to do something. So a nice, quick way to tap into your playfulness is to do something that you did as a child. For me, it can be as simple as getting on a swing. If I have a swing somewhere, I can get on a swing and I'll tune back into that child energy. I can take a bath. That helps me, being in water, just soothing myself, taking a dance break, putting on some fun, funky music and forcing myself for 3
singing
minutes.
Along.
I am going to dance. Singing. And hey, because you said singing, good point. I was reading, or actually it was a video that I was watching yesterday by a neuroscientist who said that by humming, so humming, just humming can activate or multiply the nitric oxide levels in our bodies, which we want to have nice and high because they're part of the oxidation of the cell, of the oxygen in the cells, and it helps with the immune system. It goes 15-fold just by humming. And then he brought another case of a person who had terrible sinus problems. and cured it himself by humming 10 minutes every day. Think about it. You're sending vibrations into certain parts of your bodies. And when we hum, we're usually in our hearts. You can feel it in your heart too, can't you? You can feel the sound resonating in that vessel of your body. So think of those sort of things, maybe even write them down now. So you have your little checklist of here are the 5 strategies of getting out of a funk. And then if you do those 5 strategies and still it's not working, then you can go even deeper. But usually the moment we start taking action, we're priming our system to do the switch. Say, hey, come on, step out of it, step out of it. And that's not to say that we don't take the time to be aware of what is. Okay, so what we also want to do is, I'm not a big fan of the kind of type of positive psychology where you just telling yourself the whole time everything's great, but you're not actually dealing with the underlying problem. I'm not a fan of that. So do take the time of noticing the funk and noticing, you know, what's triggering right now. And when you're not sure what's triggering, because it's easy to blame and say, oh, it's the full moon, it's my kid, it's my partner, it's my house, whatever it is, right? It's the government. Don't do that. I mean, you can do that, but go deeper and just tune into the feelings, because you see, the feelings are very specific and personal to each one of us. That funk that you might be in is a specific funk. And then you can ask yourself,
so
do
the
I
funk,
know? Huh?
There was the question, funk. What is the funk? What is the funk?
What is the funk? Okay,
yeah.
so be specific in the funk by eliciting the emotions. So for Sister Goddess Nicole now, last week, what were the prime emotions that came up? I'm going to take a guess because I know her quite well and she told me a bit about it. There was some sadness, there was some frustration, and there was a bit of anger. Is that true? Are those the top 3 ones?
Yeah, that's very well done. Very well said.
Cool. So for everyone else, write down the top 3 emotions that come up in your favorite funk, because then you can transform it in the process that we're going to do in a moment. But just elicit the top 3 emotions. I have a really nice chart here, which I'm going to get to show you give you a bit of input of feelings.
I, by the way, brought my.
I've got to take my background out.
I brought my funny
references
drink today. Already even wearing something colorful is also cool.
I think you can still see the reflections of the light, right? But you see, there's a whole dial of emotions that we can have. And I'll read some out to you so that you get a bit of a feel and can tune into yours. 1 second. This is all impromptu, but this is how we do this. 1 second. Okay, let's switch back. So according to this wonderful chart that I have here, and I use this often for myself, we have 6 main emotion groups. Okay, so 6 groups of emotions. We have anger. We have disgust. We have sadness. We have happiness. We have surprise. And we have fear. Anger, disgust, sadness, happiness, and fear. Those are the main groups. And in those groups, we have kind of the finer emotions. Now, think about it when we often talk about our emotions. Isn't it true that we'll use maybe 5 words for them? I'm feeling kind of sad, kind of mad, but we're not very specific. So it pays off to tune into that specific emotion. So I'm going to give you just the words and you're just going to resonate and feel, oh, it's a bit of that. Okay. And there are many, many, many. I'm not going to read them all to you because that would take too long, but I'm just going to give you a bit of a feel. So you could close your eyes and I'm going to start with the group of anger. Hurt, threatened, hateful, mad, aggressive, frustrated, distant, or critical. That's just anger. And then we could even say, is it actually embarrassed? Is it devastated? Is it insecure? Is it jealous? Is it resentful? Is it violated? Is it furious? Is it enraged? Is it provoked? Is it hostile? Is it infuriated? Is it irritated? Is it withdrawn? Is it suspicious? Is it skeptical, or is it sarcastic? And that's just anger. Get it? So tune into your feeling and just note down the word that comes through for you. Then we go into disgust. In disgust, we have disapproval, disappointed, awful, avoidance, judgmental, loathing, repugnant, revolted, revulsion, detestable, aversion, or hesitant. Then we'll go over into the group of sadness, also a very interesting group. In sadness, we have guilty, abandoned, despair, depressed, lonely, or bored, or even remorseful, ashamed, ignored, victimized, powerless, vulnerable. Take a breath. Going to do one more heavy one, and then you'll get the joyful feelings, okay? The next one I'm going to do is fear. Is it actually humiliated, rejected, submissive, insecure, anxious, or scared? Or even terrified, frightened, overwhelmed, worried, inadequate, inferior, worthless, insignificant, alienated, disrespected, ridiculed? And take another breath. Yes, I will send the picture in the replay. Okay, are you ready for the happy ones? We'll start with surprise, shall we? So in surprise, which can sometimes feel a little awkward, but I'm going to term it a happy feeling. Startled, confused, amazed, excited? Or is it shocked, dismayed, disillusioned, perplexed, astonished, awed, eager, energetic? And then we have the happy feelings. You ready for those? Joyful, interested, proud, accepted, powerful, peaceful, intimate, optimistic. So you could now, with the happy feelings, write down what you would like to feel instead. That would be a smart move to do right now. So instead of the kind of negative feeling, we'll call it for now, that you've just elicited, how do you want to feel instead? Important thing to know, because you want to give your brain a very clear command. Okay, so let's go on into the deeper layer of happy feelings. There we have liberated, ecstatic, amused, inquisitive, important, confident, respected, fulfilled, courageous, provocative, loving, hopeful, sensitive, playful, open, and inspired. So what feeling are you going to go for, Stagadas Nicole? Maybe you'd like to tell us the feelings that you had last week, and then the feeling that you're going for.
So yeah, in the anger, it was more the hurt and frustrated part that you have been mentioning, and also kind of like in the fear, also a bit overwhelmed I had. And in the sadness, lonely and lonely, that part. And I definitely go for confident and accepted.
Nice one. Okay, so because it's you and I know that everyone is going to learn from it, I'm going to ask you something. What need was not met last week? What comes up that had you feeling these feelings? Because here's the thing, we have those feelings because some need that we have, some primary need has not been met. What would you say was it for you?
Primary.
Was it like the need for belonging, the need for success, the need for
quality, spending quality time together, like
okay.
With
and that
others.
Quality time feels like maybe rest, recreation, and connection.
Yeah, connection, definitely.
Okay, so her need for connection was not being met, which had her feeling frustrated, hurt, and all those things she said. And instead of that, she wants to feel confident and what was the second one?
Confident and accepted.
Accepted. Okay. So for you all, can you define it like that? Can you say, okay, the last time I felt triggered, I felt da 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 because my need for was not being met. If we can speak like that, if we can communicate like that to ourselves and to others, can you imagine how many inspiring conversations and how much connection we would have amongst each other? Instead of most likely in our most triggered self saying, oh my God, again, this thing has that, and ranting and raving and feeling sad and whatever, without actually being able to say what the problem is. Because what happens when we're in that highly emotional state and we can't communicate what's going to happen to the other person that we are venting to? Unless they're trained and very conscious and in a good state themselves, they're just going to feel really triggered. And then they'll throw back, right? They'll feel threatened, especially if it's a man and we're a woman. And because, I mean, this is just so. I mean, all my experience has shown that, because you see, inside we're the little girl or the little boy. And what's the worst thing for the little boy is when mama's telling him off. So if we as partners, sisters, whatever, come to the man and saying, I'm coming high emotion, and we're bringing the list of all the things that don't work, they automatically feel threatened, even if we're rightfully angry. But the defenses will go up, because what are the things that people normally do when they're being criticized? They will deny, defend, and deflect. Deny, defend, deflect. You'll see it almost everywhere. Unless you're dealing with someone who has done some inner work and is in a good state in that moment and say, oh, I'm sorry, honey, what can I do for you? Which would be what we want in that moment, isn't it? So let's do that work for ourselves by gaining clarity within us, what it is that we need, how we're feeling. Because when we know how we're feeling, we know which need is not being met, we can actually take a step towards what we want. So for Sister Goddess Nicole, it was, I need to find playfulness in my connection so that this quality time that I am kind of demanding and wanting will naturally unfold and the other feels drawn into it. And I don't have to ask for it. But he's like, hey, what are you doing? Can I join? Wouldn't that be the nicest?
Yes. And I think it's also, first, you have to find it for yourself. So it was really, before you get the other one, or you might be in dispute with or something, if you find it for yourself. And that was actually what I experienced today so nicely, already starting to go out today. Like you said, I was humming when I was going to the supermarket, and I was realizing that most of the people were not in a good mood, because maybe also of me looking at them like this. And I was thinking, no, I will not get upset about it, or like think, oh, what is going on with them? I sent them a smile. And if you get then a smile back, or you get an interaction, even if it's just not even words, right? This is so beautiful. And there are so many things, little things that can suddenly change your situation completely. For example, we have a bird that is on the other side on the balcony. When he starts singing in the morning, my day is brighter, because he sings and he sometimes whistles in such a funny way that everybody is looking and thinks it's a human person doing that. And that's so much fun.
The music again, right? Putting on some music, singing something is really going to help playfulness. And this playfulness, I've noticed that in getting this house ready, right? So it's a lot of work, really. But I'm noticing, because I'm loving what I'm doing and I know what I'm doing it for, it's giving me energy. I normally go to bed really early because I get up very early. But I'm noticing now I'm up until 10 p.m. still hanging up curtains, drilling holes into the wall. And I have a lot of energy because I'm loving the process, because I'm doing it in a really playful way, because I'm enjoying it. I've decided this is the best thing that can happen to me. And it is. Finally, I get to actually experience those intentions that I've sent out for at least 10 years now. And that's what I want to inspire you to. I've been dreaming of having a place like this for, yes, at least 10 years, if not longer. And because I've always been dreaming about it, the moment then when it starts unfolding, you recognize it and the flow starts coming in, and this energy it's seriously carrying me. And often I wake up in the morning and I don't know how, I don't know all the steps. If I think of all the steps that are still necessary until this is all up and running, the website, the business cards, I could go crazy, but I am choosing not to do that, because I've really learned in all these upheaval processes in the last decades, the only way to do it is step by step and breath by breath, and trust that when we go with the flow, it unfolds. And this intention work that we've all been doing together really has been super helpful to me, and I hope to all of you, that we're noticing more flow in life. Is that true? It's a show of hands. Are you noticing? Good. Because that, I think, is the biggest magic that we can do for each other. So have we triggered enough in you, enough memories? You've remembered all the stuff. You know why playfulness is important. So shall we get to work? Nicole? Okay, get a glass of water ready, if you have it nearby. If not, pretend you're holding one. And let's bless this magical water. So that when we then drink a sip of this magical water, all the good intentions that we send out can unfold in the most graceful, easeful, and joyful way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, and I'm going to put my water aside and I'm going to start the switch. I'm going to say playfulness. I love and accept myself with all the sabotage within me towards playfulness, with all my experiences, good and bad, about playfulness. It's all okay. I love and accept myself when I'm playful, and I love and accept myself when I'm super serious. And breathe. Good job. Underneath your left arm, tapping the end point of our spleen meridian, tapping into confidence. And then we say playfulness. I love and accept myself with all my doubts, with all my lack of confidence, my lack of worthiness, at my deepest level, and from the first time that I felt this way. And I choose now to release all sabotage, all lack, all doubts, and tune into my belief in myself. I believe in myself. I'm confident, I'm proud, and I love who I am. And it feels so good to be playful. Yeah, all parts of me really enjoy that. So we're activating our lung meridian. And we say playfulness. I love and accept myself with all my sadness and all the moments when I was playful or I was serious, or the things I missed, maybe being too serious or too playful, whatever it was. It's okay. I let the past be in the past. I let go of the sadness and I choose for joy. Being playful is joyful, and being joyful is being playful. And I could do both really well now. Up here underneath your collarbones, tap the end point of your kidney meridians, tuning into that fear, all and any fear. And we say playfulness. I love and accept myself with all my fears around this topic, about how I might get hurt when I'm playful or serious, humiliated, abandoned, rejected, it might fail, whatever. It's okay. I now choose to let go of these fears and to step into my power of courage. I am so courageous that I can be playful wherever and whenever I want. Whenever it's right for me, for my highest good, I'm playful. I love being playful. It's good for me. I can do this. I will do this. And I'm doing this now. I am playful. Yes. And breathe. Now, right side, tap your liver. And you say playfulness. I love and accept myself with all and any anger I may have around this topic at my deepest level and from the very first time that I felt angry. And I choose now to let go of all the anger and step into my power of peace and forgiveness. I forgive myself for being serious. I forgive myself for being playful. I'm amazing just the way I am. And I love being playful and I'm appropriate when I'm playful. Yes. Okay. And then when we do this funky one, we're cutting all the cords to any pain, any disappointment, any negative energy, any karma that in any way connects playfulness to anything negative. And playfulness. I claim my power back. And I give you your power back. I claim my freedom back. And I give you your freedom back. I forgive you for all the pain and suffering you ever created. And I ask for forgiveness for any pain and suffering I have ever created. And I choose now to leave the past in the past. For only love can connect us. And I wish you well, just as I wish myself well. I am playful. I am love. I am light. I am abundant. I am strong. I am joyful. I am peaceful. I am flexible. I'm amazing. I'm a full-time blessing. Yes, I'm a full-time blessing. And I expand into love, health, joy, success, abundance, freedom, while I inspire others to do the same. Then tune into your heart and imagine you're about 3 years old and it's about to be your birthday and you're feeling really enthusiastic, excited, happy and joyful inside. And then tell all your cells about the power of playfulness. And then tell your little 3-year-old self, hey, sweetheart, I'm here. I'm sorry. We might not have been as playful as we could have been these last years, decades, or whatever. I want to tell you, I am sorry. Please forgive me. And I want you to know that we share one heart. And so I can't lie to you. And I want you to know that I love you and I care for you. And I trust you. And you are so worthy to have a joyful, playful, gorgeous life. And I want to make a promise to you that today, from now on, we are going to play together. And we're going to bring that playfulness back into our lives to create more flow and joy and abundance and success and health and love. And we're going to do this together. I promise you that. And then you're going to think of one thing that you could do now, today, tomorrow, the next 3 days, to enhance that playfulness, to bring more playfulness in. What is it that you're going to commit to? Commit inside and say, yes, from now on, every day, I'm going to do this one thing. Maybe I'm going to hum, or I'm going to sing a song. Every day, I'm going to sing a song. Every day, I'm going to dance a dance. Every day, I'm going to reach out to someone and tell them a joke. Every day, I'm going to find some way to honor that child in me. And then when you've decided what that is, come back into the here and now and write it down. What is it that you're going to do? And then tell me all about it, or tell us in the chat. What are you committing to? And beware, you're committing in front of witnesses. That means something to your brain. Your brain's like, oh, she's serious. This is happening. She's going to be playful now? What? So, Sister Goddess Nicole, what are you going to do to enhance that playfulness?
I'm going to dance.
Dance
And singing goes together well. So
nice. Yolanda's also going to dance and hum. Nice, nice. Ethel is going to jump into the ice cold sea and have fun and hum. Damn. Yes. Susan, I'm going to see my challenges as a great game. Yes, absolutely. This is the ultimate game, this life. And it's, yes, definitely worth playing, isn't it? Lisbeth is also going to dance and sing. So excellent. Now, you could, if you want to take it even further, you could motivate another sister goddess to be your accountability partner. Many of you are in the Power of 8 group, so there you're also being accountable. And it's a good thing to have, just to have someone that you check in with every day. Maybe send a little WhatsApp, send a little emoji and say, hey, I'm doing it. And then you show a video of yourself dancing. I mean, brave, be brave. What else am I seeing? Diana's going to sing loudly. Yes. And include childhood songs. Absolutely. Yes. In for that. One of my favorite ones that I sing to my children every day. Now I only sing it to Grace. That is, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. And every kid has its own version. So George is, you are my monkey face. So anyway, we have all those things. Singing nice songs, which will pop up. Yes, you could make up your own songs. Dance and sing, jumping on the jumper. Yes, on a trampoline. That's a really good thing to do too. That's a very good exercise as well. Excellent. I'm loving these ideas. Okay, are there any questions? Nicole, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, I had one thing. I was just listening to a podcast again, and it was that actually also inspired me for the power of play for that topic. And this lady, she said, the universe speaks not German or English or French. The universe speaks energy. And oftentimes we are so only in a monotonous way talking, like, oh, yeah, I should do this and I should do that. There is not an excitement or a cheer up in the voice. But she said, if you sit in a cardboard box and you are saying, oh my goodness, I'm not ready to do it. It is something that lifts you up because you are feeling this energy and your whole system, all your cells, everything is jumping. And I think this is also something, it would be cool if we this monotonous way of talking or sometimes being too serious and then making it even more serious in the way how our tone, our voice is. I think this was such a splendid idea. And
so speak as if you're happy. Yes. So make it sound a little more exciting. Absolutely. So yeah. I love the cardboard box. And I remember sitting in boxes and making my own little world in there.
And do it also even now. It's like the laughter, like you were saying. She was even saying, we negotiate the definition of success about how many laughters you had per day.
I like that. Renegotiate the definition of success. And say, how many times did I laugh today? Yes.
I like that so much. And she said, if you stand in front of your little me, like 3 or 5 years old, like we said now, this little, you or me would say, today you laughed so and so many times. You did a good job, right? The other parts are not so important. So I like that so much. And
I love that too. I love that too. Sioke is having a really nice idea. She's sending self-made cards to her children and grandchildren every week. Nice. Cool. Yes. Okay, so we've given you lots of ideas. So shall we now intend together? Are we in for that? So could my co-hosts write our beautiful intention into the chat, please? So our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness immediately, permanently, and completely, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every day. And when we intend, we do so in silence. So I'm going to give you just a minute to write down the intention for yourself. Take our spotlights off so we see each other. I love that. when we all can connect as a group. Our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness completely, immediately, and permanently, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. So as you get into your most comfortable position for right now, just reconnect to those roots, going out of your body into the earth, connect to your beautiful heart. Take a nice deep breath into your heart. Yolanda, could you be our timekeeper? Let's do 8 minutes. And if you could bring us back by repeating the intention again, that would be really nice. Thank you. So let's take 3 full breaths into our hearts, expanding as we breathe in, contracting as we exhale, imagining that we're all holding hands in this circle, connecting our hearts. One more breath. And from our hearts, we're sending out this intention. Our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness immediately, completely, and permanently. And to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness immediately, completely, and permanently. And to be happy, healthy, and well in every way. Our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness immediately, permanently, and completely. And to be happy, healthy, and well in every way.
our intention is to be tapped into and utilize the power of playfulness completely, immediately, and permanently, and to be happy, healthy, and well in every way.
Thank you so much, Yolanda.
Wow.
I had us all flying around on this merry-go-round, this old-fashioned fairground, and then those little seats, you know, that goes a merry-go-round. I don't know if you know, you have the horses, and then you have the ones in the little, anyway, that's what I saw. It was, we were all kind of flying and cheerful and happy. It was really nice. How about Sister Goddess Nicole? Anyone else? Did you get any feelings, any knowings, any words? Did anything come up for you? Then do share in the chat. It's always very interesting what the vortex gets when we all tune into one topic.
It was a very beautiful, colorful picture of everybody was wearing colorful robes, and we had all these hats on that you have at a graduation, and everybody was throwing them into the air.
Finally graduated from life
Yes.
school. Next session, right? Next class.
And what was beautiful during our session, my son was coming out of his room and he was whistling a song. And it was like he was getting into that field as well. It was so
Whistling
nice.
is another good thing to do, yes. Yolanda, Sister Goddess Yolanda, what did you get?
It was a lot of stars, and it ended up in a kind of firework of blue and white and golden stars. It was incredible, and it was just one being, one
big flash.
Very, very beautiful feeling. Yeah.
Nice. I'm hearing that song by Katy Perry, The Firework, right? It's a good uplifting song too. Sandra says she felt a weight lift off her shoulders. It feels all light now. That's good. Diana, allowing myself to laugh out loud, even when I'm the only one laughing. Yes. And I've still got this fabulous clip of you, Sister Goddess Diana, dancing in Broughton Hall. If I'm ever allowed to share that, I would love to share it with the Sister Goddesses. I mean, you're not 25. I have no idea what your age is, Diana, but would you share it, or is that a silly question?
79.
79. Look at this goddess. And I could tell you she was dancing this Scottish, what was it? A Highland?
No, it was the can-can.
It was the can-can, but it sounded Scottish because we had, I don't know, maybe it was Bracknell, but anyway, and she was doing it for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes straight. It was long, right? Because the orchestra kept playing, and you had these beautiful, rosy, flushed cheeks, and you looked about 12, and I was like, holy moly, that's energy. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. Are there any other comments, questions, feedback that you have for us? Then do go ahead and share it now. If not, it's exactly 2000 hours, which means we've been going on for an hour, and Lisa has a question. I get an answer, and so also she lost some weight that was holding her down. Nice, you got an answer. Yes, it's wonderful that also happens in intention work. You'll get a sudden answer to some question that you had. Susan says, I was in a thick fog. I had to go in with joy and see it as a game. First, I was like, hey, I don't like this. And I feel the cold and the thorns. And then I was able to hold my little me. And the fog became nice snow with peace. And I went on. Damn, what epic closing words. So in this sense, my loves, let's keep that playfulness in our hearts for all of this week and discover how much flow and happiness we can create by just staying tapped into it. Yes, that's our joy work. Thank you so much for making the time to join us today, and hopefully next week too. We love you dearly. We appreciate you, and we honor you, and we're sending you lots of playful, loving wishes across the ether.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Bye-bye, girls. Ladies. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.